Memorial Day. So, not Memorial Day yet, Memorial Day weekend. We have no burgers, no hot dogs, no relish, not a single goddamn beer in sight. We're starting to flush today. Is what it is, I suppose. I think this is well overdue for Audrey and I to both do this. Audrey's the one who initiated it, and I was like, you know what? I might as well do it at the same time. So we got an assortment of fruits. I've never bought a dragon fruit from the grocery store in its dragon fruit form. I've maybe eaten dragon fruit 3 or 4 times in my entire life, but we're gonna be eating it this week. So we got dragon fruits, butternut squash, pineapples, clementines, organic apple juice. Probably gonna be the best thing we have.
We've got some flaxseed oil, MCT oil. This is gonna be part of this morning's smoothie. And then I got some stevia, the only sweetener we'll be using if we use any at all. This quinoa, I can't remember the last time that I've had to like boil rice, or definitely not quinoa.
Years.
Years.
Yeah,
microwavable ones. Pecans, walnuts, peppermint tea, chamomile tea, roasted dandelion tea. And then lots of beef bone broth.
Cucumbers, more butternut squash, red grapes, more red grapes. We should freeze some. Yep, and then we got some kale. Yep. And
then lots of salmon.
Yeah, we got from Whole Foods 2 pounds of salmon, like $35 from
Whole
Foods.
And eggs. We're gonna be eating some eggs as well. So that is gonna be our diet literally for the next 2 weeks. No alcohol, no coffee, no artificial sweeteners outside of this stevia. Sleep, no training for 2 weeks.
It's gonna be intense.
Yeah.
From a food side, just because like we still have some food in the house that's not all this stuff. But yeah, it'll be difficult, especially when the week ends. That's typically when we go have like a dinner, or we'll put in a frozen pizza on a Friday or Saturday night. It's gonna be interesting.
It will be interesting, yeah. No training and 2 gallons of water today.
Jesus.
And some yoga. So
I gotta start drinking now. It's 9 a.m. 2 gallons.
Okay, so we are headed out. It is 1 o'clock, and we need to get pineapple juice. We went to Whole Foods yesterday. It was, how much was it?
It wasn't terrible. The only protein sources we got were salmon, which equated for...
No, the pineapple juice itself was so expensive.
Oh, it was like $12.
Yeah, it was for like a little pint. It wasn't like it was a gallon.
For like 20, like literally 30 ounces of pineapple juice. It was like $12 to $13.
I actually felt pretty satiated after my first meal, but it's because it was so much liquid.
Yep.
And then we're trying to hit 2 gallons of water today, so
which is tough.
I think we're way behind, to be honest. But we're gonna do our best. These roads, you guys, are crazy in Houston.
Terrible.
But anyways, we don't have pineapple juice. We're going to get that, and also just wanted to get out of the house. So yeah, that's what we're currently going to do, and then we'll keep you guys updated throughout the day. We still haven't eaten our second meal yet, and it's 1 o'clock, and there's 6 meals in these, so we're already behind, but it's because we woke up a little bit later. We are starving though.
Jesus Christ, dude, these roads.
Tomorrow, we're gonna be on track. So we will see you guys in HEB.
All right, y'all, so we picked up our remaining ingredients for the flush. So we needed pineapple juice, and we walked out of there with pineapple juice, eggs,
apple cider vinegar.
Apple cider vinegar. What else we got?
I don't know, more pineapple.
Another cucumber, more pineapple, lemons.
That's it.
And that's it. $30 a month. Get a car wash like that.
We just got a nice little
wash.
Nice little car wash. So we go back on this Sunday. We already got our sheets washed, and food is somewhat prepped. All the fruit is cut up. We went to the grocery store, and we just got a car wash, and then we're gonna do our cold plunge. It's cold. We finally got the pump. Yeah. So we're gonna do our cold plunge, and I might try and do a little 20-minute yoga session at home, and then we're gonna chill for the rest of the day. Maybe work on our puzzle a little bit. Eat our foods. I think we gotta go slower, maybe. Eat our foods and probably watch some
Succession, maybe some Narcos.
Oh yeah, that was pretty good last time.
Started it a little bit, but we'll probably stay with Succession until we get bored with it, and then we'll bounce back and forth. But the peak days, I don't get to pump that bicep in the gym. See what happens here. Do the flush.
You're gonna deflate.
I am gonna deflate. I'm gonna shrivel up.
No, we're gonna drop so much inflammation. I can't wait. This is meal 2. We have some organic eggs, 2 eggs in here for me, 65 grams of quinoa, and some fresh, no sugar added pineapple juice.
I have the same thing, just more amounts.
4 eggs, yeah. And then we added a little bit of mustard and honey as like a dressing, and then double the amount of pineapple juice.
Day 1. So this is our flush concoction. This one's a little bit meatier than the one we had this morning. Let's give it a blend.
All right, so one thing that is a part of the flush is tea. So we've got a peppermint, I don't know if you can see, but we have a peppermint and a dandelion that I just drank in here with a little lemon. And yeah, so we have ideally 2 of each, but there's just so much liquid. Like we're honestly, we're full just from the liquid and we still are behind on water. So, but as you can see,
we're about to take you guys through. I did a cold plunge yesterday with our new chiller. This water is fucking freezing. We've been cold plunging since the beginning of the year, but this one by far gets the water coldest I've ever been in. Audrey's about to do it for the first time. I was literally telling her that yesterday I got in it, and for the first time I was in the cold water, my body like hurt. Like
that's how it was for me when I first went in the other, yeah. So, well, it's gonna be a scary time. We're gonna take you guys with us. All right.
To the plunge.
To the plunge. Here is our little Plunge Ice Up Industries. This is inflatable, which is sick. Very firm. And it is currently, oh my God, that's cold.
It's ice.
Yeah, wow.
So we had it at, it goes to 37. And I literally increased it to 44 yesterday because it was too cold.
Yeah.
It was too cold in there. Over time, we'll bring it down. It says 51, but
it's not 51.
It's
that's fucking freezing. It's like really, really cold. All right, so we've kind of mixed and matched some of these meals. We are sipping on some bone broth. We just air fried some butternut squash. If you have never air fried butternut squash, hear me out. Just a little bit of some avocado spray oil on there and some sea salt. We realized we did not make nearly enough. And we've got some salmon being air fried currently at 400 for 12 minutes. Again, just put some sea salt on there. And then this meal is, we're combining 2 of them again because we woke up late. But this meal is supposed to be salmon, a clementine, and then some butternut squash. That was meal number 3. We kind of made it more of our dinner. And then some bone broth, pecan halves, and dragon fruit. And then the last meal, because we already had our second smoothie, the last meal is bone broth, red grapes, and whole eggs. So what we're gonna do is we're just having for our dinner the salmon, the butternut squash, beef bone broth, and then we're just gonna combine the pecan halves, dragon fruit, red grapes, bone broth, and eggs in our last meal. So that is the total calories and the total carbs, fats, and protein of this what's it called? Flush. And Mason is basically just doing,
not there.
You're just doing like a serving and a half of everything I'm doing.
Yes.
Yeah, so exciting stuff.
Yes.
All right, we've got one more cup of
One more cup of bone broth, dude.
One more cup of bone broth. And over here we have some eggs going down. 2 for Mason, 1 for moi. I'm about to burn the shit out of these if I'm not careful. And then we'll show you guys the rest of the meal here. I already started to eat some of this, but like literally probably the most random meal I've ever eaten voluntarily. I tried to add some stevia to this and it was absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So anyways, all we have left is grapes. That's that. This is not wifey material. Here you go, baby.
Oh my God, dude.
Bone apple teeth. You're telling me that's how many grapes I get? 60,
grapes?
65 grapes.
Perfect. Honestly, thank God.
Wow. All right. All right. Capping out the night. And that is all she wrote.
That's all she wrote, folks.
What time is it?
8:49.
8:49. Blue light blockers. Our last cups of tea. How are you feeling hunger-wise?
Okay. I could be snacky right now.
Yeah, I could too.
13 days on the flush.
8 weeks after that.
And then 8 more weeks after that.
Gut protocol.
We're day 1 of 10-week operation right now. Damn, dude.
1 day at a time. Yeah, holy crap. Woo. That seems like it's gonna be brutal. Well, honey.
That's like,
yeah.
And that's like usually in like a prep or like, yeah, like if you're cutting macro or like flexible dieting, you could be it's so much easier, but like we have to be very meal plan rigorous.
Yeah, right now.
So it's like, it's different.
That's the hard part. Although we could swap some stuff out. I was like, when we run out of our stuff, I want to do like eggs and quinoa more, or like salmon and quinoa. Butternut squash is great.
Butternut squash is like, it's almost the same as a sweet potato.
Isn't that weird? When you air fry it.
Yeah, I hate squishy vegetables steamed, oven baked. No bueno. Like, I hate squishy. My mom used to cook a casserole and it used to always be squishy, like gooey vegetables with like, and it was disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Disgusting. It like traumatized me from vegetables.
I like crunchy, like broccoli that's like crispy. So we're gonna probably wrap up with a little bit more TV, and then we're gonna hit the hay and be up early tomorrow.
Peace.
It is 6 a.m. on the dot, Monday, September 4th. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
Now we meditate, and sometimes we do headphones, but sometimes we'll just throw it on the TV since we've got some decent speakers. We put our blindfolds on, and honey meditates with us. Oh. Caught red-handed.
Out on our morning walk. This is honestly our like 4th take because it's hot and humid in Houston. The camera's getting foggy, and then our autofocus was messed up. So it's like the 3rd or 4th take of me trying to tell you what we're doing out here. So we are on our morning walk, which we always do. We always take honey with us out to go to the bathroom, walk around our neighborhood. It's usually like 10 to 15 minutes, but we need a 30-minute walk this time around. So we're finishing up honey's walk here, which will be about 15, 16 minutes, and then we're gonna walk for another 15 to get our 30 minutes of walking in the morning. So we got a chiropractor appointment for Thursday at 8 a.m. This is the first time I've been into a chiropractor once or maybe a few times, but this is years ago. So this will be the first time going into a chiropractor to get some alignment done and some work done on my back because my lower back is in pain. So
yeah, and part of the flush is to
do some restfulness, massage type, parasympathetic
things for you.
Yeah, so
things for you.
That's why I'm going to the chiropractor. I raise the desk up a little. Perfect.
All right. Okay guys, so we thought we would sit down and talk a little bit more about the flush since we've had so many questions on it since we posted it on our stories.
Oh yeah.
And why we're doing it and when we apply it to clients.
So the flush, without getting too nitty gritty, in the simplest way, is a 2-week long process, which is essentially meant to detoxify your liver pathways as well as drop inflammation.
Yeah, so the body can't really heal in a state of inflammation. So if you have hormonal issues going on, if you have gut issues going on, let's say you're coming off of hormonal birth control and there's a lot of inflammation that might be present, or you just kind of need to clean up some of the pathways and systems in your body, the flush is really good for that. We use it a lot for our clients in those specific cases. If somebody just has chronic inflammation and they're really struggling to heal despite anything that they're doing, the flush is going to help with that. So basically what it is it's a very strict Mediterranean style eating. You guys have seen our food.
It's probably going to be the most interesting style of eating you've done if you ever do it, just because, like Audrey said, it's Mediterranean style. There's a lot of involvement of fruit. I've been eating more fruit, very low inflammatory style foods.
And lots of oils too, we have flaxseed oil, MCT oil, and then walnuts. We didn't eat any walnuts, but walnuts,
pecans. We had some pecans yesterday.
Salmon, good quality fats, eggs. So lots of good quality fats, lots of really quality carb sources. Yeah, that's basically like the style of eating, and it's actually calorically, carbs and fats much more than both of us are used to eating. We're very used to like high protein, you know, higher carb, moderate fat. You definitely gravitate more towards lower fat. So yeah, that is, it's very interesting because we see clients who, you know, they're eating significantly more, but they're actually dropping weight, like quite a bit of weight on the flesh. And the purpose of it is not to do that, but they're dropping weight so quickly, not because it's body fat, but because it's inflammation, which is pretty cool.
Right.
There's also no training, no weight training at all for 2 weeks.
Which is very different and weird for us. I mean, typically most weeks we train at least 4 times a week. You know, we might not go in there and kill ourselves, but we've been training. I haven't had more than a week off of training in years.
Yeah.
I haven't went like 2 weeks, like nothing at all. And
we have unintentionally, but not 2 weeks intentionally.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's gonna be, it's kind of a little bit of a challenge for us, and it's supposed to be 20 minutes of restorative yoga every day. Plus a 30-minute fasted walk outside. So obviously you guys saw we did that this morning. That's kind of like the gist of it. It's a lot of just resting, recovering, almost like a little cortisol reset. So I'm excited to see how we feel after this. I've already noticed gut health is feeling much better after day 1.
I went to the bathroom 3 times today, so
wow.
Already. So the flush is flushing. But also, I don't think we mentioned this too, but we also can't have caffeine as well, or coffee,
alcohol, or artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
Basically, and not a lot of dips and stuff. We're so used to, like, because there's no dairy, gluten, soy, any of that, we're so used to having so many dips like tzatziki and guac, and it's just not a part of it. So yeah, super interesting, but we've been wanting a challenge for a while, and I don't even like to say that it's a challenge, but it is, like, it's still hard.
Yeah.
And so it's requiring us to cut back on our caffeine, cut back on our alcohol, be a little bit more disciplined, and I think that's what we were looking for, because we got into snacking late at night and stuff like that. We miss it, but already. So, and then there's a lot of tea involved, so right now we're drinking dandelion and peppermint, and then chamomile at night. And this is also just to help with the whole lowering inflammation, lower stress. So that's the gist of the flush, and basically from here, we're gonna be going right into a gut health protocol.
Which I'm excited about. This was the one thing that I put on my goals for this year. I didn't really know. I mean, Audrey always has been assuming that I have gut health issues, and I feel like I definitely do. You know, the more that time has went on over the past like 2 years, just with, you know, how frequently I go to the bathroom sometimes, the gassiness, the way like my stomach feels after certain meals or whatnot, like it feels like food's sitting higher in my stomach. It's like a bloat feeling, almost like uncomfortable at times. So that's gonna be happening right after we do this flush, which will be exciting, which will be fun. Well, probably not gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be rewarding. So we're doing something that's strict, that's not revolving around bodybuilding, where, like, you know, if we were getting lean and trying to go through a fat loss phase, this is different because sure, you know, calories might be to a certain mold, but like we're gonna have to eat towards a specific set of foods, which usually with flexible dieting, like you have foods that you enjoy and things that you fit within your macros, but you can put some fun foods in there. You know, when you're doing these rigorous protocols, you're flushing, you're on a gut health protocol, you typically can't keep the fun foods in because you need to take them out in order to get the bacteria out, get whatever is going wrong out of there, so you can heal. So.
Yeah, so it'll be nice. We're excited for it. The only thing is like we're going to Tampa in 2 weeks, right after the flush. That'll be easy. we're going for my brother's 3rd baby's being popped out in Tampa. So we're going to Tampa for just 3 or 4 days, and then we're gonna stay on top of our shit there, and then we're going to go to Lost Lands, and that we've been talking about being extremely difficult, to be honest.
Yes.
That's gonna be September 20th something,
like 3 weeks from now,
and then Tulum with your family in October,
and then we booked a trip, which, I mean, this wouldn't have even been in the calendar, but we booked a trip at the end of last year to get an Airbnb in Tulum, and then told my family, like, hey, we're going there. We already got the place, just get your flights and then we'll meet y'all out there.
We did like a little family trip as a Christmas gift. So obviously we're gonna be mindful there, but it's gonna be really hard in the gut protocol. Like it's supposed to be no alcohol, food sources are strict. I don't know, it'll
be interesting.
Figure out how to navigate that. Just real life struggles that we're sharing with you guys, because we're definitely not perfect. So we'll share that all with you guys. And also, last thing, we have to drink 2 gallons of water the first day.
Water bottle's right there.
Yeah, 2 gallons of water the first day, and then 1 gallon after that, which we try and hit on day to day.
2 gallons the first 2 days.
2 days, yes.
So we did 2 gallons last night. I asked Audrey, I was like, did you wake up at all in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom? And she's like, no, I think I got out of bed on 3 separate occasions before my alarm went off. I didn't check my phone because I didn't want to know what time it was. Like it could have been like 10 minutes before it went off. So I was just like, I'm just gonna go right back to bed. But 3 times.
3 times.
3 times.
Yeah. All right, well that's it. We will share with you guys the results after the 14 days, how we're feeling, energy, digestion, all that good stuff. We're excited to bring you guys along with us and expect more YouTube videos from us.
Yep.
More days in the life.
All right, guys, we will see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.